Namaste, warm welcome. My name is Hazem and I'll be guiding you through today's Hatha flow practice. Today's practice is all about going deep inside and connecting with the body, feeling the body and getting into that flow state, connecting the body with the breath and with mindfulness. So let's begin. Sitting in any comfortable position, close your eyes, place your right hand on top of the left gently, and start to sink into the body, arriving in the present moment, the here and now, with the feeling of the body. Usually the most notable sensation in the body is heat, warmth, also weight, heaviness or lightness. Just take a moment as we begin the practice to connect deeply with your body. Be aware of the sitting bones touching the earth and totally relax the lower parts of the body. Be aware of the position of your feet, the way your hands are placed, the sensations in the fingertips, the palms of the hands, and move your awareness to the level of the abdomen, the belly, and become aware of how the abdomen naturally expands with the in-breath and contracts with the out-breath, rising, falling. As the body naturally breathes in, allow the abdomen to expand a little bit larger, just letting go of any tension in the body around the abdomen area. We often hold stress in this area, restricting our breathing, so just let it expand a little bit, release any tension, and allow it to naturally sink in towards the spine as you breathe out. And stay with this abdominal breathing for a few moments. Try to remain present throughout the entire length of the breath, and connected to the feeling of the body and the gentle expansion of the abdomen. And then move your awareness up just to the area of the ribs, and noticing how the ribs expand and contract with the breath. Again, allow the ribs to expand a little bit larger, wider, just in a relaxed way. Keep the breath soft, subtle. Keep the mind calm. alert, and as the body exhales, just relax, allow the ribs to draw in towards each other. And stay with this for a few moments, keeping the eyes gently closed. And then move your awareness to the area of the chest. Let's go to the area of the collarbone just above. And feel again the expansion of the chest area with the breath. And allow the chest to sink a little bit, contracting with the out-breath. Try and release any tension. Allow the chest to expand a little bit larger. And then we take our hands off. Spread the fingers, open the chest, place the hands beside you, fingers touching the earth, open the chest wide. And we'll take 6 deep inhales, 6 deep breaths, expanding all 3 parts, beginning with the abdomen. As you raise your arms up to the level of the abdomen, expand the abdomen. As the arms keep going up, expand the ribs, expand the chest, the collarbones, and keep breathing in all the way up until the hands meet above the head. Keep breathing in, and then lift up. Try and take an extra little breath, little further breath, lifting the back ribs up, breathing into your back, and exhale. Release the hands, spread the fingers, keep the shoulders soft. Try and relax the area of the sitting bones, the hips, and keep gently exhaling until the hands meet the earth. And immediately inhale, keep the shoulders soft, roll them into the back of the body, spreading the fingers. Deep breath, expanding the 3 parts, abdomen, ribs, chest, until your hands meet. Lift the back ribs up, breathing into the back, and exhale. Coming all the way down. We inhale and exhale out of the nostrils. You can also use the Ujjayi breath, making the sound of the sea in the back of the throat, just to heat up the body, breathing in, and keep the mind calm, expanding from the abdomen, ribs and chest, exhaling, coming down, spreading the fingers, and just 3 more to go. Try and connect to the entire body as you breathe. Relax the lower body and try and feel all the sensations in the entire body, especially in the moving parts, the arms, the hands, the fingers. As you breathe into the back, exhaling, release. Use the breath to expand the body and bring awareness into each cell. 2 more times. Inhale. Bring all the way up. Reaching up, breathe into the back. And exhale, release. Remain present in the now, in this moment, with the breath. Inhaling, expand the abdomen, ribs, chest, shoulders back, press the sitting bones down, lift the back ribs, and this time, as you exhale, take your arms to the right side. Drop your right forearm down, elbow, open your left shoulder and stretch to your right side. Exhaling, dropping the left hand on the right knee. Inhale, raising your right arm up. And exhale, bending to the left side. Inhale, coming up. Lengthen your spine. Feel the sitting bones. And as you twist, try and connect with your thoracic spine, the upper spine, upper back. As you turn towards your right, place your right hand down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, take your right shoulder gently back, turning. Use your foundation in the sitting bones to give you structure and height. Return with the right shoulder and the thoracic spine. Inhale, taking your left hand behind. Keep inhaling as you lift the pelvic floor, lift the hips up, take the shoulders back and press the sternum forward proudly. Exhale, release. And you can switch the position of your legs. If you have one leg on top of the other, just switch for the next round. Inhaling. All the way up, hands meet above the head, stretching up. This time going to the left side. Dropping your left hand, elbow and forearm. Open your right shoulder. Press your right sitting bone down on the ground and your right knee. Stretch to the left side. Dropping your right hand onto the left knee. Inhale, lift your left arm up and start to go towards the right side on the exhale. Inhale, coming up, twisting, and exhale, place your left hand down behind you. Relax a moment. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take your left shoulder back and twist gently just to warm up the spine. Maintain that connection to the feeling of the body. Often we find we go into the realm, the world of the mind, and forget all about the body, the connection to the body. Just try and stay with that, stay with the warmth, the weight, the feeling of the body. Release your right hand behind. Spread the fingers, press the palms. Start to lift the pelvic floor muscles. Press the knees down and lift the hips off the ground. Squeeze the shoulders back. Lift the abdomen in and up. And exhale, dropping the bottom down. We can release the legs, coming onto all fours, spreading the fingers. Hands the level of the shoulders, knees hip width apart. Let's rotate our upper arms externally so that the inner elbows face the front. Shoulders back, feet hip width. Inhale, lift the tailbone up, lift the chest up. And exhale, squeeze the core in. Bring the pubic bone towards you, towards the chest, and then the head comes down, round the spine, gently. This angry cat position, inhaling, just articulating the spine, freeing the spine. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Relax your eyes and your jaw. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Synchronizing the movement of the body with the breath. But more important is to maintain your awareness of the body. And coming up, start to move your hips. You can make circles with the hips. Just keeping that connection to the body, just noticing where you have tension and how the spine or the hips want to move to help release. Keep breathing. You can move the neck, just freestyle a little bit. You can roll side to side. Just any kind of movement that makes your body feel good. You can make zigzags, activating everything. And keep with the flow of the movement using the breath. And then inhale, arching the back, lifting the head, taking the bottom down to the heels. Take the head, as soon as the bottom touches the heels, take the head down, then rounding the spine. Doing these spinal waves, coming all the way up, taking the head up. When the shoulders go over the wrists, arch the back. Lift the head, coming back towards your feet with the bottom. And then as soon as it touches, take the head down and round the spine. When the shoulders go over the wrists, arch the spine. Just think of it as one wave. Try and get in the flow of making the body move as one. Maintaining the arch until the bottom touches the heels, head comes down, round the spine, until you get the shoulders over the wrists, arching, coming back, and then taking your bottom onto the heels. Take the head down in child's pose, and then we slide our chin, our chest close to the ground, about an inch away. When our shoulders go past the level of the wrists, we press the hips down, keep the elbows bent, glue them to the sides of the ribs, lift the chest, take the shoulders back, lift the sternum up, press the pubic bone down, Bhujangasana, slightly compressing the lower spine. Exhale, we release the spine, release the energy in the body into this child's pose or hair variation. Inhale, start to flow again into Cobra Bhujangasana. Press your thighs firmly down. It's more about the thighs and the hips pushing down, less with the hands, but keep your collarbones nice and open. Lift the sternum up. The back of the neck can stay long, so we're not compressing the neck by taking the chin up. You can look at the center of the eyebrows or the tip of the nose, and exhale, flowing into child's pose. As soon as your bottom touches the heels, inhale. Slide into Cobra, and then exhale. Using the breath to expand the entire body and to connect with the body. And when you next come up into Cobra, stay there, keep breathing in. Shoulders back, tuck the toes, and come into downward facing dog. Spreading your fingers wide. You can bend one knee at a time, just warming up the back of the legs. Pushing the ground with the hands, spread your fingers wide. Relax your neck. Try and warm up the back of the legs, bringing the heel down one at a time. Taking the shoulders back. And then relax any movement with the legs. You can nod the head gently like yes. And shaking the head gently like no, releasing the jaw and the neck. Inhale. Let's come into plank. Drop the knees gently, Ashtanga Namaskar, 8-point position. Knees, chest comes down. Toes, knees, chest, hands and chin. Take your feet back. Breathing into Cobra, lifting the chest up. Shoulders back, wide collarbones. Exhaling, downward dog. And let's inhale, coming into plank. Rotate the upper arms, strong core, strong feet, strong legs. Bring the chest forward so shoulders are over the wrists. And we'll take the elbows back, gently coming down into a low push-up. Place the top of the feet on the ground and straighten the arms into upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Open the chest, this time the legs. The knees are off the ground, as are the hips. Keep breathing in, taking the chest up, shoulders back. Bring the knees down and exhale, release into child's pose and just take a rest for a few moments. Closing the eyes, going inwards. And just allow yourself to totally relax for a moment. Allow the energy to flow in the body. And on the next inhale, you can always take a rest in child's pose if any posture feels too intense or if you feel tired. Just recover and then come back. On the next inhale, breathe into Cobra. Lifting up the chest. Pressing the hips down. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. And standing forward fold, and then walk the hands back, mindfully being aware of the sensations in the palms as they walk to the front. Press your hands, lift the tailbone up. In downward dog we want to lengthen the spine. Sometimes we accidentally push into the lower spine, into the lumbar, but we want to lengthen it. So lift the tailbone up and try and feel that you're pushing the ground, one line of energy from the hands to the hips, and that you can feel the back of the legs going to the back of the room and the lower spine lengthening, lifting the tailbone, pressing the heels down. If you can't see your heels, if you can see your heels, make them disappear by adjusting the feet slightly, and then start to walk your feet towards your hands, slowly, mindfully. Join the toes together, heels slightly apart. Straighten the legs, lift the kneecaps slightly up, come halfway up. Breathing in. Place your weight on the front of the feet, and we're going to hinge from the hips. Lengthening the chest, lengthening the spine down. When it feels like your back wants to engage in order to bring you closer to your legs, avoid rounding your spine. Just bend your knees, place the stomach on the thighs, chest on the knees and head towards the shins. Relax the shoulders back. You can place one hand on each elbow. Just swing a little bit, loosen up the body. Feel the body lengthening, especially away from the hips. Put more weight on your feet, on the front of the feet, the big toe mound. Relax your toes. And then release the hands on the ground. Relax your eyes totally. Take your awareness to the top of the head and the space above the top of the head. Start to press down in your roots, in the foundation on the feet. Push them down. Breathe in. Keep breathing in one deep breath as you rise up, pressing the hips forward. Squeeze the glutes gently. Feel the inner sides of the feet. Spread your fingers. Open your collarbones. Keep the head down until you feel settled. And then raising the head up gently, looking straight ahead. Open your chest, keep the collarbones open, spreading your fingers. Keep breathing in. Keep pushing down on the feet, creating pada bandha, this energy lock in the feet. Pada means foot, bandha means lock. Helps to give us stability, balance, more grace in standing postures. Pada bandha. Press down on the feet and feel the energy just underneath the ankles. Press the hips forward. We want to lean back by pushing into these hip flexors in the front of the hips. So not using the spine. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, lengthen up. Going to the left side. Going to the left side. Inhale up. Exhale, right side. Inhale, coming up. Interlace your fingers. Look up, press onto the toes and reach up. Keep breathing in. And exhale. Bring the heels down. Release the hands into the center. In Anjaneyya Mudra. Samastiti. Take a moment to connect with the fire element, building in the hands. Relax the feet completely, the toes. And just staying with this Agni, the fire element. Preparing for Surya Namaskar. We'll do the traditional sun salutation version. With a little bit of variation, taking the hands down by the sides, open the fingers, rotate the wrists externally, pressing the feet down, pada bandha, press the heels down, lift the knees slightly up to engage the quads, but don't lock the knees, crown of the head lifting up towards the sky. Keep the downward pressure in the feet. Inhale, raising the arms up, keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing in until the hands meet above the head. Look up at the thumbs, your drishti, your focus point, the tip of the thumbs. And as we exhale, first we're lifting the abdomen in under the ribs, and we exhale, widening the arms, opening the collarbones, taking the tailbone back, the pubic bone back and up. Put your weight on the front of the feet, relax your toes, just swan diving down with an open chest. When it feels like your back wants to engage or round, just bend the knees, coming down. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders back, open collarbones. Then bend the knees, taking the right foot all the way to the back of the mat, gently dropping your right knee and the top of the right foot. Inhaling, lifting the chest. In the equestrian pose, Ashwa Sanchalana. We can come up even further if it's available to you, pressing into the inner side of the left foot, raising your arms up and leaning into the right hip flexor, stretching back. Exhale, hands on either side of the left foot. Tuck your right toe under. Inhale into plank. Rotate your upper arms, shoulders over wrists. Strong arms, strong core, strong legs. Exhale, bring your knees, keep your core active. Bring your chest and your chin, elbows in, shoulders back immediately. Relax your lungs. And then pressing the hips. Scoop the chest up. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep breathing in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. Let's take 3 deep breaths in downward dog. Make your heels disappear. Adjust the feet and lengthen your spine. Use that Ujjayi breath to heat up the body. Release all the tension in the eyes and the jaw. You can take your awareness to the top of the head. Think of one line of energy from the tailbone to the top of the head, the crown. And then we lift the right leg up on the inhale. Keep it rotated internally so it doesn't go out like this. Keep the top of the right foot and the right knee parallel with the ground. Engage the core, take the knee towards the chest, and then place the right foot between the hands. If it doesn't reach, you can just scoop it up from any position. Drop your left foot as we did before on the other side. Align your right knee with your right ankle. Inhale, you can lift the chest or come all the way up. Taking your hands up, press into this front of this left hip. Keep your chest open, collarbones open. Sink a little bit into the hip. And exhale, release. Take your left foot to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Shoulders back. Exhale, folding down. Release everything. Awareness, top of the head. Press the feet firmly down. Keep pushing down on the feet, taking the hips forward, rise up. Head comes up last. Keep taking your arms up, hips forward, leaning back, and exhale. Release the hands in the center. Do the other side. Inhaling, taking the arms up, going a bit faster. Hips forward. Exhale, folding down. Inhaling up, halfway up. Bending the knees, left foot goes back, dropping the left knee. Align and rise up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, plank. Rotate the upper arms, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Shoulders back. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Try and connect to the body as you breathe. Connect to each cell in the body. Think about expansion, awareness, letting go. Breathe into anywhere you feel tension. Stay in the body. And then inhaling, lifting the left leg up. Place between the hands, dropping your right knee. Align and press on the feet. Inhaling up. You can press the right foot firmly down to help protect your right knee. Exhale, coming down. Taking the feet together. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, folding down. Push the feet down, inhale. Rising up. Keep breathing in until your hands meet above the head. Look at your thumbs. Press the hips forward. And then exhale. Release. And just take a moment to rest here in Samastiti. We'll come into Veracruzana tree pose, taking our left foot, placing it on the inside of the right thigh, either above the knee, or if it's too much, you can go below the knee, but don't press into the knee joint. Widen your knee as wide as your hip. Press the leg and the foot towards each other, your right leg and your left foot. You can look at one point on the floor that doesn't move to still the brain activity. Taking the hands in the center in Namaste. Relax your toes. Inhale, open the arms. If you feel stable, keep breathing in, taking your hands above the head. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Try and practice Pada Bandha. Press your right foot down. Feel the energy building in the foot. Lift the abdomen in and up. Press your hip forward. And on the next inhale, taking the left foot all the way back into high lunge. Pressing the toe down. Hips are square. Heel off the ground. Right leg is at a right angle. Tuck the tailbone in so we're not arching the back. Lifting the arms up, looking straight ahead. Shoulders open, collarbones open. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, rotate your left foot so that it's in line with the short edge of the mat. And your right heel is in the center, aligned with the inner arch of your left foot. Warrior 2. Your hips are open. Widen your arms. Your right thigh is parallel to the ground, right angle. Knee over ankle. Relaxing your toes. Lift the pubic bone up and tailbone tucked in so that we're not arching the back. Keeping the chest and the collarbones open. Rotate your right arm, palm facing the sky. Inhale, leaning back into Peaceful Warrior. 1 breath in. Exhale, keeping your right knee bent. Drop your right elbow. Open your left shoulder and stretch your left hand. Inhale, coming back. Try not to disturb the legs. Just use the upper body. Keep inhaling as you go back into Peaceful Warrior. Straighten your right leg. You can tuck your left foot in a little bit more. Preparing for Trikonasana. Keeping your hips in one line. Stretching your right arm forward. Take your left hip up. Coming down. You can place your right hand on your leg somewhere or on the ground. Open your left arm up. Let's come up a little bit, taking the left hip back and the right hip forward. Left shoulder back. And come back down on the exhale. Trikonasana. Your right hand's only lightly touching the ground or your foot. And it's all about the left hand going up. Let's take 3 breaths. Try to imagine that you're in between 2 walls and your body's in a straight line, the hips and the shoulders. On the next inhale, press firmly down on the right foot and come into this reverse triangle position, like reverse warrior, but with the legs straight. And exhale, rotating, coming forwards, bend the knee, come onto your toe, into high lunge. Exhale, taking your hands down to the ground, dropping your left knee. Inhale, raising your arms up. Open your arms, open your chest, and drop your hips down. Coming to Asana, opening the chest, opening the heart. Exhale, taking the hands down to the ground. Take the feet together. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Relax your head, relax your neck. Inhale, press into the feet and rising up. Keep breathing in all the way up until the hands meet above the head. Press the hips forward and then join the hands in the center. You can shake out the right leg. And on the next inhale, taking your left foot up, placing it on the inside of the right thigh. For Veracruzana, tree pose, press firmly down on the foot, especially the front, the top of the foot. Hands in the center. Inhale, open the arms. Keep your eyes fixed on one point. Exhale, taking the hands together. Keep your knee as wide as the hip. Inhaling up and staying for 5 breaths. Deep breath, lift the back ribs up, and then taking the left foot to the back of the mat, coming into this high lunge. Align, shoulders back, lift your chest, hips square, facing the front, right thigh over the right knee, quad fully engaged, relax your toes, press firmly down on the back leg, and then inhale, rotating. Sorry, for you it's a different one. Yeah. Inhale, rotating. So we're on the left foot is the forward foot. Into warrior 2. Turning your left palm up. Leaning back, inhale. Exhale, taking your left elbow onto your left knee. Open your right shoulder and stretch for Partha Konasana, extended side angle. Press your right foot back and your right hand up. Inhale, keep the strength in the legs, just leaning back into peaceful warrior. Straightening the left leg, you can turn your right foot in a little bit, bring it in a little bit further. Exhale, leaning forward. Take your left hand somewhere down on the foot or the ground. And open up your right arm. Let's take an in-breath, just come halfway up to make sure we have the alignment. Right hip going back, left hip forward. Hips in one straight line as are the shoulders stacked. And come down. Think about taking up, going against gravity with your right hand. You can look up at your fingers if your neck is good, otherwise stay looking straight ahead. 3 deep breaths. Try and stay connected to the legs. They should feel both intelligent, active, energized, active. And then press into the front foot. Then shift your weight to the back foot as you lean back. Reverse warrior, lift the abdomen in, Exhale, let's rotate back into this high lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly taking the knee carefully down. Press the right foot firmly down. Open the chest proudly. Lift the heart up to the sky and sink into the right hip flexor and the left hip. Opening the chest. Breathing. And on the next exhale, taking the hands to the earth, either side of the left foot. Take both feet together. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lift the abdomen up as you fold down. Weight on the front of the feet. Relax the shoulders back. You can bend the knees if you need. Trying to come down with the sternum and the throat. And then pushing down on the feet. Pada Bandha. Keep breathing in, raising your arms all the way up. Shoulders back, spreading the fingers. And keep breathing until your hands touch. Look at your thumbs. Breathe a little bit more into the back. Lift the back ribs. Press the hips forward to lean back, but relax your toes. And exhale. Release the hands into the center of the chest. Bending the knees. Let's jump the feet almost as wide as the short edge of the mat. Keeping the hands in the center. Stay connected to this fire element in the hands and to the entire body, head to toe. Taking the hands up. Inhaling. And as you exhale, start to bring the hands towards the chest as you bend your knees into Malasana Yogi Squat. Widen the knees with the elbows, open your collarbones. Try and lift the chest up, don't sink in. Keep the spine long. Helping to open up the pelvis. Open the hips and the groin. Your tailbone's going down, but your crown of your head is going up. And then press into the feet. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Squatting down. Inhale. Coming up. Exhale. Coming down. Widen the knees. Let's take the hands onto the ground. Spreading the fingers. You can walk back a little bit. We'll go into Kakasana, the crow posture, spreading your fingers wide, bending your knees to prepare for this arm balancing pose. Bend your elbows. Take the bottom up and take the knees under the armpits. We're going to use the arms like shelves, so the elbows are bent. We don't do anything further with the arms, other than spreading the fingers wide, having clear hands, clear fingers, and we shift our weight onto the arms. You can also place a cushion in front of you if it feels too scary, but it's just about shifting your weight onto the shelves of the hands, coming onto the toes until they become weightless. And then you can lift one leg at a time, taking the heels towards the bottom. To make it more intense, try and lift the knees up, engage the core, creating some fire in the belly. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep lifting the heels, and 1, slowly dropping the feet down, dropping the bottom down, coming into Navasana, strong core. Rotating the thighs internally, boat posture, arms in front. Inhale and keep the core engaged. Taking the back onto the ground. Take a deep inhale, stretching the arms. Deep breath in, exhale. Inhale through the nose, expanding that 3-part breath we did earlier. Expanding the abdomen, the ribs and the chest. And exhale, this time taking the hands up and the feet, the shoulders up into Navasana, strong core, keeping the back on the ground, holding for 5, 4, 3. Our core is so essential for our posture and connection to the body to feel that fire. And 1, inhale, stretching the arms. Take a deep inhale and exhale, hugging the knees. Let's roll up and down on the spine and rocking up to the seated position. Take the feet together, widen the knees, interlace the fingers, and start to just bring the knees, butterfly the knees up and down gently. Think about shaking the flesh off of the bones, just releasing the lymphatic fluid in the body, assisting the lymphatic system, making the body light, flowing, releasing any kind of blockages or inflammation in the body. Lifting the chest, pressing firmly on the sitting bones. Widen your feet, open up the feet. Gently taking the knees down. You can keep hold of the feet or take your hands just in front. Lift the abdomen in and up, pressing on the sitting bones. And exhale, just gently coming a little bit forward if it's available. We're going to stay here and breathe about 10 breaths. Keep your connection to the inner thighs, the groin and the hips. Keep your collarbones nice and open. It's better to be up here than to round your back and be out of shape to come down. We want to come down with an open front body, open chest, open collarbones, and just use that flexibility in the hips to bring us down, hinging from the hips. Flexibility will gradually happen. We just stay where we're at, accept where we're at, allow, breathe, soft breath into the tension, make the mind calm, connect to the body. Try and find a sense of ease in the body. Notice if there's any tension or effort, and just soften into the posture. See how you can lengthen your spine instead of compressing. See how taking your shoulders back makes it easier to breathe, and how lengthening your spine just releases that tension in the mind. Finding the softness, the stillness. Shoulders back and inhale, slowly coming up. Taking the knees together and then gently apart. Taking them together and gently taking them apart. Keeping the feet together. We'll walk our hands behind our back. Bring your elbows down and gently pull, lengthening the spine, keeping your sacrum on the ground. Just lengthen the lower back and then taking yourself down to the ground into Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclining cobbler pose. Resting your hands down by your sides, and we'll stay for a further 8 breaths. Just allowing the hips to open up, breathing into the tension. And taking the knees together, taking them apart on the inhale, taking them together, bring the knees towards the chest, hugging the knees with the chest and the arms. Grab hold of the outside of the feet and then stretch the legs forward. Bend the knees towards the armpits and start to rock in slow motion, slowing down time into happy baby, Ananda Balasana, or the more literal translation, blissful baby, just rocking gently left and right. Being aware of how the pressure in the hips changes, feeling like solid on one side, then dissolving as we shift to the other, and totally evaporating. Stay connected to the feeling in the body. Really slow it down. And when you come to center, release the legs. Widen the arms, spread the fingers in Shavasana, final relaxation. Relaxing and connecting to the entire body from the tips of the toes all the way up, the legs to the hips, and through the front portion of the body, relaxing the stomach, the chest, the throat, and the entire back portion of the body, the lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. Relaxing from the tips of the fingers on each hand all the way up to the armpits, the shoulders, the jaw, the mouth, the cheeks, the eyes, the temples, relaxing the ears, the back of the head, the center of the eyebrows and the top of the head. Taking a moment to do nothing, to be nowhere, just to be totally in the body. A feeling of total comfort, ease, acceptance and joy flow in this vehicle, the body. Letting go of any kind of inner conflict or tension, any negativity towards our body. And just feeling its aliveness with a feeling of total contentment and gratitude. And that will conclude this Hatha flow practice for today. Try to maintain the connection to the body, the awareness of the body throughout the day. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Hazem. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.